Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Little Ring Lamb, and today I have a book review on Perfect Chemistry by Simone Elkeles. It's the first book in the Perfect Chemistry trilogy, and I read this for a buddy read with Steph from the Book Hopper, and it was a lot of fun. I probably wouldn't have got to it as soon as I did if not for Steph asking me to do a read along with her. So thank you, Steph, for getting me to read this because it was really good. So anyway, if you're new to my book reviews or just a refresher, I rate my books in 5 different categories: plot, characters, cover, suspense, and overall in terms of reading again very soon. 5 to 5, and not so soon, 1 out of 5. As well as will be a spoiler for your review, and if I'm looking down or over, I'm looking at my notebook, which I keep track of the scoring in that. So basically, this book is all centered around 2 perspectives. It's told 2 points of view, so the chapters alternate between Brittany and Alex. I keep saying Alec. Don't know why. Alex's perspectives. And basically, this is kind of like a wrong tracks kind of romance. Like Brittany, the girl, lives on the wealthier side of town and she's very privileged, whereas Alex lives on the poorer side of town where there's lots of gangs and violence going on. So it's kind of like that star-crossed lovers basis for a contemporary, but it's much more than that. A lot of stuff happens and it's just really good, but that's basically the main premise. And basically one day they get partnered up in chemistry class to be lab partners, and the story really takes off from there. So Perfect Chemistry, for plot, I give a 4 out of 5. Now, there were some parts that were kind of slow, and was kind of like, this is kind of unnecessary, but I really liked the plot for the most part. I liked how it moved. It seemed kind of like it was going to be a predictable read, but there was a lot of depth to the characters and a lot of depth to the plot. It wasn't just like point A to B. I loved the ending and the epilogue especially. I found it to be very cute. One problem I had was Alex, who is beside Brittany for having points of views. He would sometimes say some Spanish lingo, and I could pick up on a little bit of it because I have taken Italian and French, and they are all Italian, French, and Spanish are all sister languages, as they're called, and they have some similarities, but sometimes I couldn't really distinguish what they were saying. Like, you could kind of get the gist of what they were saying. Yes, it does add some authenticity, but sometimes the words were like I had to assume what they were, so that was my only little problem, but most of the words I could correctly identify. But yeah, basically it was just a good contemporary. It had a little bit of something different, which I liked. It wasn't so predictable, and I really enjoyed it. So characters, I give a 5 to 5. I really like the characters. Now, on the basis, from the back cover, you really get the factor that Brittany's going to be, like, she's privileged. So when you think of typical, stereotypical privileged people on TV or books, you have like a list of characteristics that kind of like belong to those characters, and they exemplify typically. And then when you have the one on the lower side of the tracks, you kind of have those characteristics stereotypically, what they're supposed to act like in a lot of media types. So I was kind of worried about these characters because I didn't really want them to fall into those stereotypical realms. Like, I know like some people probably act those ways, but not generally. Like let's not generalize, I mean. So I really liked how the characters had more depth. Like, they did have like the exterior that you'd maybe think they would have, but they had a lot going on, especially, and I liked how their families kind of branched their lives. Like, it wasn't just about them. Sometimes I find in contemporaries it's very them driven, which obviously if it's in their perspective I totally understand, but I really liked how Simone Elkeles weaved in the family aspect and really showed 2 different sides of people: their side they showed to others, and their side they showed to their family, and the side they showed to their friends and loved ones. So I really liked that in characters, and I really liked the side characters. I had no really complaints about the characters. Like, some characters evoked more emotion, but for the most part I really liked how Simone Elkeles constructed the characters. So cover, I give a 1 out of 5. These covers are horrible. Like, sorry whoever designed them, but I just do not like them. And the new covers aren't even that much better. Like, I looked at them. I probably should have gotten this series a while ago, because now I have to find the second one with this cover, because I have the third one with this cover as well. Well, not this cover, but, you know, the same kind of cover. I just don't really like the covers. Like, pink and black are 2 colors that I don't really like as a color scheme together. I don't know why. It just reminds me of workout gear from like 2005. I don't know where that comes from, but that's just my feeling about it, and it's just a very cringy kind of cover. Like, I like the typography, but yeah, like, it's one of those covers that you don't really want to bring around because judgment. Like, it's kind of like the Katie McGarry covers. Like, yeah, like, it's just not my favorite covers. So Suspense, I give a 4.5 out of 5. Yes, there was some boring parts. For the most part, though, it kept me really gripped, and I wanted to keep reading. I was very busy that week I was reading that, but I pretty much finished the book in, I think it was 5 days, but I read the bulk of it between 2 days and a few like pages over those other 3 days. And overall, I give the book a 4.5 out of 5. I definitely read this again very soon. I plan on picking up the second one sometime this month or next month because, well, to pick it up to get it, and then I have to read it. And I'll probably be doing another buddy read with Steph for that, and I'll have another review up on that, but I really want to read the trilogy within the confines of this calendar year. And yes, that is my book review on Perfect Chemistry by Simone Elkeles. It's my first Simone Elkeles book. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to move on with the sequel. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!